Hello, students. Teacher Davis here, your critical thinking instructor from Ross, and I wanted to walk you through the week 2 discussion. And I'm going to walk you through the discussions every week for both discussions so that you have a clear understanding of what you should be posting. Let's get started. This particular discussion is titled Discussing Deduction, and you are going to apply the use of premises and conclusions. In this discussion forum, you will analyze validity and deduction. Now, this information is covered in your course materials. And I know you've got lots of course materials. You've got the lesson presentations, you've got the simulations and the videos and your e-text. And I'm going to, when I get over to discussing step 1 and 2, I'm going to give you some strategies for attacking all this information. But let's go through the deliverables. Your first response to this discussion is due by midnight on Thursday, and that's tomorrow. Replies to your fellow classmates are due by Sunday, as well as responses to questions posed within your own posting. You must first respond to a minimum of 3 of your fellow students' postings, which adds substance to our discussion in order to exceed expectations. Adding substance to the discussion can be done by asking questions pertaining to the subject matter, bringing in additional resources to enhance the discussion, and or bringing in your own thoughts and perspectives that bring the discussion further into conversation. So let's get started with step 1. And if you received my message from last night, I went over some things, a number of things that I'm looking for on the discussion board. And I can tell you, not everyone, but there are a few students that come in and they complete step 1 and never return to the discussion board. You don't respond to students, you don't respond to anything I post, you just never come back. You cannot pass this assignment by doing that. You must engage. I can't stress that enough. Okay, let's start step 1. Discuss argument forms. If argument forms are always valid or invalid, what is the benefit in being able to recognize them in speech and writing? So what are you going to do? As you look through all of this course material, you know that we are talking about what? Validity and invalidity in an argument. So whether or not an argument is valid or invalid, and what makes an argument valid or invalid, and that is covered in your learning materials. Then you're going to look at that validity or invalidity as it relates to speech, just talking to someone, or in writing, whether you're reading an article, a book. And this is discussed again in your learning materials. How would one go about analyzing a deductive argument? Well, how can we even answer that? First, we need to know what a deductive argument is. You're going back to your learning materials. I'm going to tell you the simulations and videos are very good. They have a lot of great information. What I would recommend is writing down these questions and having them right there alongside you when you go to try to answer them. But the question's right there. Write it out in a little booklet on a sheet of paper, so when you're going through the video, you're listening for information about analyzing a deductive argument. When you hear it, you may want to stop the video and say, wait a minute, let me back up, let me listen to this intently. Step 2, read and respond to other students' posts. Now, remember, step 1 needs to be completed by Thursday at midnight. So you're going to start that right now. Step 2, read other students' posts and respond to at least 3 of them. In addition to other comments you may have, address the following questions in your response post. Now, this is the second part of the assignment. And a lot of students, I don't know if you noticed for week 1, but you never went back and did anything. You never responded. You have to complete the entire assignment. Let's look at the first question. What makes an argument valid or invalid? And you're going to tell me this not based on, what your learning material necessarily is saying word for word. Put it in your own words. You would say, a valid argument is an argument that, and you would tell me. An invalid argument is an argument that, and you may even want to add to your response by giving me an example. Exceed expectations. The second question is, how do premise and conclusion contribute? So how does the premise and the conclusion contribute to whether or not an argument is valid or invalid? Again, write the questions down. As you go through the material, you are looking for the correct answers, and you're putting them in your own words. You're going to use any personal experience, if appropriate, to help support or debate other students' posts. If differences of opinion occur, debate the issues professionally and provide examples to support your opinions. You can always give me an example. I hope this is helpful. You'll notice that I have also started the discussion, and I have a couple of videos. These are in addition to the videos, that you're going to use that are included in your learning material. But take a look at them and see if they don't help you understand our topic area for this week. All right, I think that's it. I look forward to seeing you on the discussion board.